Welcome to Honduras This Week Online News Videocast for Monday, March 10th, 2008. This videocast is brought to you by Minister Suites, Sweet Dreams. International prize-winning writer Lety Elvir speaks. Alejandra Bermudez interviews Lety Elvir, a prize-winning Honduran writer. In 1996, she received the first prize of the Embassy of Chile in Honduras. The next year, she was awarded her first international prize from the 8th International Biennial Exhibition of Poetry promoted by the magazine Correo de la Poesía in Valparaíso, Chile. Due to the coincidence of receiving two awards related to Chile and the close link that in that time existed between the embassy and the artists, the Embassy of Chile in Honduras was put in charge of the representation of her first collection of poems, Luna que no cesa, Moon That Doesn't Cease, which became the most sold book in 1998, according to the media and the Guaymuras Library. Elvir also achieved first place in the International Contest of Tales, called by the National University of Costa Rica in 2002. Read the full interview in the national section. Colombia discovers its own new world. The Patriotic Union, PU, was a proposal of the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia back in 1985 during the Belisario Betancourt administration as a peaceful solution to the social conflict that plagued Colombia for several decades. It was going to be a political party of force that would unify several leftist organizations, including ex-militants of FARC and members of the Communist Party of Colombia. Little by little, some ex-militias of FARC were leaving the armed conflict to become part of this new political party. Read this week's opinion article in the Opinion and Editorial section. Life in Rural Honduras, a country school that almost wasn't. Up in Granizo Mountain, a group of families have found an inexpensive and workable alternative to the conventional school system, an option that eliminates the daily 4-mile walks to school, which were tiring and time-consuming. A bit of investigating led a man to a Honduran government program, Educa Todos, which met all their needs. Many children who would not be attending school this year and some adults who saw the opportunity to go back to school now have a chance for education. Read the full story by Robert Conklin in the national section. Honduran tourism at a glance. With the upcoming national holiday of Semana Santa or Easter week, many Hondurans will have the opportunity to travel to other parts of the country, along with a surge of international visitors and tourists. This week's edition presents a quick summary of the most popular destinations, along with recommendations of what to see and do. We hope this provides a useful guide for those deciding on where they can visit. It shows the rich variety of places and activities unique to Honduras and, at a glance, gives concise information on what is out there to enjoy. Read the full article by Helen Locke in the Travel and Tourism section. More than 2 million tourists expected for Easter week in Honduras. Honduran Minister of Tourism Ricardo Martinez recently announced the initiation of a new operation in anticipation to some 2 million travelers, both foreign and domestic, who will visit various tourism hotspots during Easter week between March 16th and the 23rd. This week is better known to Latin Americans as Semana Santa, and the big draw, Caribbean and Pacific Coast beach destinations. Read the full article by Álvaro Morales Molina in the Travel and Tourism section. Capiro and Calentura, an impressive experience. From its high tops, you can admire the city of Trujillo and its surroundings, such as the Guaymoreto Lagoon, Punta Castilla, Punta Betulia, and the Garifuna communities of San Antonio, Santa Fe, and Guadalupe. The panoramic view of the Trujillo Bay, seen from 235 meters above sea level, is most impressive. And this experience can only be taken in from the top of the Capiro and Calentura hill, a place which is immersed in a great variety of fauna and flora. Located to the south of the town of Trujillo in Colón, a tourist may take up to 3.5 hours to reach it. Read the full article courtesy of the Honduran Institute of Tourism in the Travel and Tourism section. Tourism in Honduras. It's time to discover the country's many treasures. For the past 20 years, Guatemala and Costa Rica have figured out how to exploit their virtues to many of the world's tourists. Both countries have their fair shares of natural beauty and alluring destinations to attract visitors. Finally, Honduras is making a concerted effort to catch up, and these efforts are paying off. From the black beaches of the south coast to the pine forest in the inland mountains, to quaint colonial villages, to the Caribbean north coast and the Bay Islands, Honduras can now afford bragging rights to an embarrassment of riches in terms of tourism. Read the full article by Todd Ellerson in the Travel and Tourism section. Ojojona, destination of hidden traditions. Its pleasant climate, varied handicrafts, tasteful dishes, and the kindness of its people are all part of the allure of Ojojona, a town that still prides itself in conserving and celebrating colonial architecture. Another advantage, this colorful little village is only 32 kilometers south of Tegucigalpa, the capital city of Honduras. This makes Ojojona an easy day trip from Tegucigalpa. Along the road, you have the option to make some stops, like at Doña Gilma's place, well known for her culinary skills and her capacity to improvise her cooking. Enjoy her just-made tortillas and fresh guajada of the day. Roasted meats, garlic sausage, and other delights are sure to please both big and small. In addition, Ojojona has an endless number of restaurant and hotel options. Read the full article courtesy of the Honduran Institute of Tourism in the Travel and Tourism section. Trujillo, more than just beautiful beaches. The blue sky and the natural beauty of Trujillo were discovered by Christopher Columbus back in 1502 in his fourth and final trip to the newly discovered America. The city eventually became one of the first capitals of the New World following Spanish conquest. After that, it developed important economic activity, attracting English pirates, prompting the fort of Santa Barbara to be built, some of which is still left and is protected. Read the full article courtesy of the Honduran Institute of Tourism in the Travel and Tourism section. Inauguration of Casa Kínich, new children's museum now open to the public. Located in the western highlands of Honduras, ancient Copan was one of the greatest Maya cities. Long known for its intricate stela and exquisitely sculpted rock art, ancient Copan's quality of art on its stela and buildings has made it one of the most studied sites in the Maya world. Present-day Copan is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is visited annually by over 160,000 people. Casa Kínich is a museum and learning center for children located in Copan Ruinas. This particular learning center teaches children about the ancient Maya's past to preserve the future. Casa Kínich, or House of the Sun, has been featured in newspapers and magazines in 6 nations. Casa Kínich has welcomed over 60,000 visitors since its opening. Read the full article by Liz Nutter Valladares in the Travel and Tourism section. This has been your online weekly update for Honduras. I'm Nicole Marder for Honduras This Week Online. Have a great day and a great Semana Santa. See you next week for more news.